I'm a taxpayer, you're coming in for an hour, you're looking at other places. If I were a parent living in Randolph,
Right.
would I have an opportunity to share any of my concerns or views with the Board of Education? One, or two, what could I reasonably expect from this report? What could I expect my local school department or superintendent to do when this report indeed comes out?
Yeah, well, that's a perfectly fair question. On the first part of it, we have a chance to render an opinion. We've asked for a panel to come forward. We've asked for the superintendent to outline this situation for us, and then we've asked for the chair of the school committee, chair of the selectmen, a parent, a student, and a head of the teachers union to come forward as a panel to talk to us as sort of a representative for the people. And so we're going to, as a board, we're going to interact with them and ask them questions. We also have a public commentary part of our agenda where there'll be an opportunity for members of the public in limited numbers because that's a relatively short period of time to come forward and talk to us. We will also say at the meeting and make available or invite people to correspond with us if they choose to electronically or through in written ways to give us input on that. The matter of expectations is important. It's not within our power to fix the school finance system. It's not under our authority how that finance system works. So what we'll say, and we'll try and make this clear at the beginning of this hearing because public expectations are in play here, that our role is to give an honest appraisal of what we see going on in this and other communities around the Commonwealth relative to the condition of our school finance system to enable school districts to do the things that we're asking them to do through our accountability system, of which we're stewards. So that's the message. So, you know, it would be a long-term process as school finance change, unfortunately, invariably is. We will, at some point, probably issue, we first of all, will be informed by these deliberations, and then we'll attempt to inform people on Beacon Hill of what we've seen and try and influence them in their deliberations as to what needs to happen as a result of this. But it's indirect and probably going to be long-term. So I guess I wouldn't want to have anybody think that we're going to come in and overnight there's going to be a set of changes that's going to deliver new resources to this community coming from the state level. That's totally unlikely to happen.
Is there a mechanism for it? But it just seems to me, looking at it from 2 towns over, that there is a crisis that's happening now and that is affecting students going through that system now, and that nothing seems to be getting any better.
Mm-hmm.
Can the Randolph School Committee, can the parents group go anywhere? Is there any mechanism where they can go and say, okay, what can we get some help to save the next 2 years of kids, or to improve this at this school, or to settle that there, some advice, some anything that they can get short term?
Jeff,
to
you
help
want to
them?
comment on that?
Well, you know, this meeting next week isn't going to be about this report that's recommending them for underperformance. That'll be at a future meeting, but when the board takes that up, if it's determined that in fact they are, then the department does provide some assistance. You know, so that, you know, we have to make that determination first. Okay. You know, it's not going to be, you know, extravagant in terms of lots and lots of new resources, but we would provide assistance in terms of, you know, looking at governance issues or instructional issues, whatever the reports seem to draw attention to as being the problem. So at least it's a beginning for the district to work with the department in a way to correct some of the problems. But they may be, you know, these other, you know, the larger fiscal problems may not be able to be directly addressed within that particular mechanism.